Inhale and stretch the arms up. When you exhale, chin to chest, round through the spinal column, head heavy, and roll all the way down. The knees can be bent. From bent knees, roll the spine all the way back up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll all the way down. The torso relaxed, the head heavy. Press your weight into the heels and then roll all the way back up. Third time, inhale, exhale, round through the spine to come down. Knees bent, have the weight into your heels, sit down into a squat, all the way down onto your bum, and let's hug the shins and rock and roll forward and back. Begin to straighten out the arms, leaning back, top of the head reaching tall, can lift the feet off the floor. Okay, so now come onto your back, the feet hip width apart, heels away from the body, and then just use the Pilates compass to level out your pelvis. Pubic bone and hip bones level, ensuring that the front ribs don't flare up and out, but breathe into the back of the body also, back of the body in contact with the ground. Relax the upper back, the neck, the shoulders, the chest. Really press down into all four corners of the feet. You want to really get into the breathing and let the breath be as long and comfortable as possible now and throughout the exercises. Breathe smoothly and continuously. Re-establish the alignment of the neutral pelvis. Arms over the head and circle them around to your sides. Inhale up over the head and then exhale, sit up into ab prep, keeping the pubic bone, tailbone down, the pelvis in neutral. So chin is off the chest, top of the head reaching up as you curl the upper body to look towards your abdominals. Breathe fully and smoothly here and feel the engagement, and then return the head and the arms down to the ground. Neutral pelvis, leg slides. Inhale, prepare, and exhale to slide the leg out and back again. Alternate left leg to right leg, keeping the pelvis really still and the pelvic floor engaged on the exhale. So now lift the legs up into double leg fold, feet off the ground, and head comes off the ground too. Extend one leg at a time, reach forward with the ball of the foot, broad across the chest and shoulders, chin off the chest, breathing deeply. The knee stays over the hips, don't bring it further forward. And rest the head back down, hands on the belly to make sure the back is imprinted in the ground. And then we'll take the knee out to the side and bring it back to center. Other knee out to the side, bring it back to center. Notice that you're really anchoring down through the back of the ribs as to keep you stable and steady and grounded as you take your knee out to the side. You don't need to take the knee too far wide. Just be careful and steady and move slowly and precisely. Keep the shoulders down, keep the neck relaxed. Then the feet can come back down to the mat. Breathe again steadily. We'll raise back into double knee fold and dip the toes one leg at a time towards the ground. So notice it's like you're staying still at the hips and you're just keeping the knees where they are, and you're just moving from the thigh to dip the toes to the mat. So keep the shape of the leg exactly the same throughout the movement. You just lower the leg. All right, now hug the knees into the chest and circle the knees around to massage the lower back. We're going to twist, so arms out in line with the shoulders, head turns one way, knees lower towards the ground on the other side. Back to middle, inhale, and as you exhale, head turns right, knees go left. Inhale, head turns left, knees turn right. Don't drop the knees to the ground, you just hover them there, massaging and rounding the lower back onto the ground. Feel your obliques engage as you twist and return to center. Really make sure you use your exhale to help carry the weight of the legs from side to side. Now feet back onto the ground. Take the hands behind the back of the neck, lift up the head, and slowly from here, breathing with the back flat on the floor, the feet flat on the floor, and lower the head. Head up, exhale. Head down, inhale. You can start to add and introduce a tilt at the pelvis. So head up, tilt the pelvis, pubic bone up. Tilt the pelvis down, head down. And you can just circle the pelvis and the lower back into the floor now. A few circles to just re-establish a neutral pelvis. Massage the lower back onto the ground. Breathe steadily, breathe smoothly. Come into bridge pose, feet hip width, push through the feet, lift the hips all the way up. Rather than doming the body, keep a straight line from the shoulders to the hips to the knees. All the way up on your exhale, pelvic floor lifts. As you roll down, scoop and tuck the belly. Keep the shoulders down. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, now scoop and round through the spine and feel each vertebrae as you come down. Lift up on the inhale, roll down as you exhale, feeling the lower abdominals engage, the pelvic floor engage. Now holding the body up, keep a neutral spine, lower ribs drawing down, pubic bone up, level with the knees. Push down into the inner arches of the feet, glutes are on. Breathe steadily here. Lower belly draws in with the exhales. Just keep the arms relaxed as you push into the feet and can just raise one leg at a time to challenge your stability at your pelvis. Really, really ensure that you're grounded through the standing leg as you extend one leg out in line with your knee, in line with your hip. Practice 3 or 4 on one side before you change to the other side, the other leg lifts. Keep the hips level, look at your hips, make sure that they don't shift or tilt onto one side. Pubic bone stays high, glutes are on, press down into that heel of the standing leg and then lower down the hips, hug the knees up into the chest. Bring the head up and rock and roll forward and back to bring yourself up to seated. A few rock and rolls here, massaging the spine on the ground, massaging the kidneys. Then when you come up, you balance there, can extend the legs out, top of the head reaches tall. Can open up the legs, holding onto your shins and bring the legs up. Keep the spine nice and straight. And then sit up, reach up with the arms, inhale, circle them around behind you on the exhale, sit tall. Make an L shape with the body, feet flexed, quads active, sit really tall. Inhale, lengthen the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, you feel the pelvic floor lift to help you keep your spine straight and lifted. Swing the legs around, come into a tabletop position, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Breathing smoothly and steadily here, just making sure the spine feels neutral, pelvic floor stays engaged with the exhales and the belly draws up and in with the exhales. Can challenge the pelvic floor by holding the pelvic floor up and in as you breathe steadily and smoothly. Now try lifting one hand off the ground at a time. Keep the hips steady and stable. Don't shift from one knee to the other. The challenge is to stay in the center as you lift away the support of one hand. Keep the spine strong. Top of the head reaching forward, belly lengthened, chest lift. Push down evenly through both shins, tummy in, and alternate. Now come into cat-cow, where you round the spine and tilt the pelvis. Then from the rounded position, exhale completely and hollow out your belly, lift the pelvic floor. And sit the heels, hips to the heels and round the spine and come up into a seated kneeling position. Shift onto your sitting bones, foot to thigh, and reach over to your knee. Round the spine on the exhale. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, sit up. You feel the pelvic floor work. Inhale, reach over. Exhale, round the spine and roll down. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, reach the torso up. A few more times on that one side. Side bend over towards the knee, round the spine. Exhale, inhale, reach side bend. Exhale, sit up. Now twist, turn and look over your shoulder. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Inhale, exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Swing the legs around. We'll repeat these mermaids on the other side. So arms out in line with shoulders. Exhale, inhale to side bend. Exhale to round the spine, head down. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, reach, sit up. Pelvic floor engages. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, round. Forward bend, inhale, side bend, exhale, sit up. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, hollow the belly, round out into a forward bend. Inhale to side bend. Exhale, lifts the pelvic floor, you feel your obliques, and then into a twist. From your seated twist, come around and sit in a cross legs. You can just round and tilt the pelvis, tilt the spine, round the spine, and tilt. A few rounds with your breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, top of the head reaches tall. Exhale, round through the spine. Going down a little bit lower with each repetition. The knees are bent. You can take support of the thighs until you come all the way down onto your back and the legs out straight. Head from left to right, right to left. And then bend the knees and drop the knees from left to right, right to left. Just in these releasing twists. The head turns the opposite way. Hug the knees up into the chest. Then bring the legs out straight and the arms out to the sides. Smooth out your breathing, relax before you come up to seated. Feet hip width apart, stand up tall, inhale, reach up, and then exhale, chin to chest, arms to your side, roll down, come through a roll down, and then roll your spine back up, tummy pulls in, lift tall, inhale, and that completes the Pilates practice.